Hey, what's up, Rob? Quick demo video for you for your SKIG by Seven Chambers. I've been working on this for a few days, and I just wrapped it up this morning. So wanted to go over it with you. I did some light weathering to the outside. I'm not sure how well it's going to pick up on camera, but you've seen the pictures. So did some light weathering on the outside. I did do some heat bluing here on your emitter. You can see that. That is a real quartz crystal in there. I did crack that. And then it has a clear resin holder on the bottom. I wanted to go with a clear resin on this guy so that you'd get some light effects from the holder as well as the crystal. And then although the wires run down the chamber because that's how this saber is designed, I did shrink tube them so you can't really see them right there, right? And then this is a 2-button setup. So your top switch is going to be your activation, and then your bottom switch down here will be your auxiliary switch. And you've got Shtok V2 NPXL in here for your main PCB, if you can see that. And then this takes a 1-inch NeoPixel blade. So I've got a blade here. We'll fire it all up. So don't remember if I said it, but to install the CFX, what you want to do is open it from the handle right here. So we'll just unscrew this. This comes right off. There's your CFX board right here. So easy access to your SD card so that you can add or take off fonts whenever you want. You don't have to lift the board up or do anything with this. The SD card pops in and out just like that from here. So that's all you need to do. You got a Smuggler's Outpost emblem right here. My lighting is terrible, man. Sorry. Let me see if I can do that. So you got a Smuggler's Outpost emblem right here because I'm part of Smuggler's Outpost. Some force lightning on my chassis I like to do, and then it's got force lightning over here as well, but it says Solo Sabers over here for me in Arabish. And then you're running a 28mm Smuggler's Outpost Elite speaker. All right, and then removable battery setup. So spring side is your negative. We'll take a battery and slap it in this guy. So I put the Merrick soundtrack from Preston Bannister over at Syndicate Sound Relics. I put that sound font on here to demo the Saber. If you like that, let me know. I'll let you know how much that is, and we can get that money over to Preston, and I'll leave it on here for you. But you slap the handle on it, and then come over here and hit your power. They got your LEDs lighting up. Your crystal's doing everything it should. Nice smooth swing. We just tap our auxiliary for blaster deflex. But if you hold it down for blade lockup, you see the effect in your crystal. And just hold the button down to turn it off. These are low profile tactile switches, so they do not stick above the control box, which is how the Saber was originally designed. Sometimes I like to use switches that rise up a little bit, but these switches came with the kit, and I do like how they are flush with the control box as well. So you'll just need to come over here with your fingernail, and you can turn it right on, and then turn it off. Your blade retention is this guy right here. So we want to back this out of the chamber, just like that, and then we'll come over here and we'll throw our blade in. The crystal is wired in line with your main blade, so anything that your blade does, your crystal will do. It'll mimic the blade. So we'll lock this down. We'll turn this off. Now when you tap for blaster deflex, you're going to see it randomly on the blade. But when you hold it down for blade lockup, you get that effect in your blade and then also in your crystal. Now when you've got this on, obviously this is set to green. If you don't like that, hold down the auxiliary and twist your wrist. You'll hear Spectrum. Now you can twist the Saber and go through the color wheel and pick whatever color you want. So if we wanted this to be a red, we'd stop on the red if I can do it. And then tap a button. Now we've got a red blade, and of course a red crystal, because that's going to mimic your blade, right? We'll turn this off. Now when we turn this back on, the blade will be red, and it will stay like that until you take the battery out, because when you take the battery out, you're doing a hard reboot to the board, and then it reverts back to the color that that sound font was programmed at, which was green. But this one will be red. You got a good flash on flash. Try not to hit too hard. Just like that. Now I don't know if you can see it on camera, but this blade has kind of a slight flicker to it. You can almost see it in my lamp right here. You see how it has a slight flicker to it. If you want to change the blade style, I gave you a bunch to choose from. You do the same thing. Hold down the aux and twist your wrist, but then this time keep the button held down. Well, hang on. Keep holding it.
Blade profiles.
Now with blade profiles, again, you can twist the saber and cycle through different blade styles. This is kind of like a Sauron. Now this is a test blade, so this is 28 inches long or so. This saber is set up for a full-length blade. This is kind of like a fire blade. But you can go through a bunch of different stuff and find one that you like. And then when you find one, tap the button. So now we've got this yellow to orange blade, and it's got a flicker effect on it. Just like your crystal. You can see it better in your crystal. Now there's two different ways to get to your soundtracks. You can hold down the power button for a second or two until it plays, or you can do what I like to do, and I just double tap the power button. You can turn the saber on while the music's playing. Do anything you want to do with it. And we do the same thing to turn it off. Sorry, double tap. I'm trying to get used to these switches being flush with the control box. I don't usually set it up that way. But yeah, that is how you work that. And then to get to your next sound font, you just hold down the auxiliary button.
Sound bank selection.
Vader can't stop me now.
Now you can cycle up or down.
Nothing can.
With either button.
Exit menu.
That's to go down. We'll go up.
Vader can't stop me now.
This is the Britney Spears font that I give out with my CFX installs, but I'm not going to demo it. You can play with that at home.
Crystal focus.
Nebula.
Grammy.
Off. Revolt. Shatterpoint. Report unread. The Old Republic. Malign. Shtok.
Youngling.
This is General Kenobi.
And when you find one you like, just hold the button down.
Goodness, you're not one to trifle with, are you? Lovely. More smiling faces. Let the negotiations begin.
So red crystal, red blade. Good flash on clash. And we'll turn it off. Just like that. So now we'll
This is
take
the last time Cody takes a day off.
we'll take the blade out. Just like that. And then I like to come back here. I'll tighten back the blade retention so it stays out of the way. You do not want to loosen up this guy, because this is what holds your chamber and everything in place. That's how the saber was designed. So don't loosen up this guy. Only use this for your blade retention. And then we'll come in here when we're done and we'll just unscrew the handle. And then come over here from your positive side, which is by your speaker, and you can pop your battery out with your finger just like that. And yeah, that is your saber. Let me know if you got any questions. If not, if everything looks good to you, I will get this out in the mail to you tomorrow so I can get it to you before you go on vacation. All right, thanks, man.